All right, so before we begin, so you all know, I am recording this for minutes. The recording will be available online at a later point. I just need to let y'all know that. Okay, so for this candidates forum, it's for fall 2014 elections. We're going to have a time limit for all answers at 1.5 minutes, so 90 seconds. Also, we don't have microphones, so if you can try and project, that would be beautiful. All right, so the first position we're going to do is off-campus rep. So can all of the candidates for off-campus rep please come up? Also, please eat the Oreos and the popcorn. Yeah, you don't have to sit if you don't want to. Yeah. Yeah, I did not ask for that.
It does kind of feel very firing squad.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Also, hello, I am keeping time and I will signal in some way when you have 30 seconds left. So just keep an eye on me when you're talking.
All right, so can you all introduce yourself with name and class here, and then we'll open it up to questions. Who has questions for our off-campus representative candidates? Yeah.
Why do you want to run for this position?
Oh yeah, can you preface everything with your name and class here? Just like a...
Julia Kim. I am class of 20. Why do you want to run for this position?
One person answers for both of you.
Okay. We care very much about the off-campus community and the interaction of the off-campus community with the on-campus community. And we would like to represent the off-campus community and work to more cohesively bridge the gap that exists between the two.
So, I'm really concerned about the difficulties that when people move out. Well, I moved off campus when I was a sophomore, and I'm totally well aware of all the difficulties, like including renting an apartment, like searching apartment, renting apartment to it, contacting the campus, and how to do it, arrange all the Wi-Fi stuff, all the details. Those are what really problems us. So I really want to help people to solve that problem. I think it's really important as if you have something that you feel tough on when you are where you are living, then you probably could do well with your academic life as well. So yeah.
Sorry, guys, can you just also say your name and class here so that when I'm keeping minutes? Sorry.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, your name.
Fergie.
Fergie.
Your full name? Fergie Lamb. So my name is Jing.
Are you applying for running together?
No,
We have to know that we can volunteer about the
they're separate.
So, my name is Jing, and also you can call me Renee. And I'm a class of 2017, and I just went through all the difficulties that Bernie just mentioned. And therefore, I want to run this position because I want to be a resource for all the on-campus students, who want to move, we try of the experience of living off campus, and also because I research all the available houses and also the currents nearby, so that they feel good resource for them if they want to know more about how to set up all the things like utility and renting and also Wi-Fi. So that's basically the reason I do that.
Can we add anything?
Hamalu.
Okay, so 15. So there are students living as far as Overbrook and maybe like individuals living in the city. Overbrook like as far as like the college courses program. So how do you plan making sure that all different groups who live in different distances from campus
Any other questions? Charlie, then Melanie.
And I'm the transfer advocacy representative, so I work closely with the McBride advocacy representatives to make sure that both transfer student and McBride aims are in line with each other, but also that we're that we listen a lot to their perspective and where they're coming from, as well as there are some transfer students living off campus, like in Philadelphia. So we already have an established line of dialogue, and we prepared to use that to solicit ideas and information and continue to provide information for them.
I'm class of 2017 and my name is also Renee. Yes. So as for students and interaction, we may also connect with also the residential office to know about.
Hope this makes sense. Okay, so we can also contact the residential office to know about their address and also all of this information, so that we can help held the meetings not only on campus, maybe also some meetings off campus for all the students, including the McBrides to meet. And this is the first step, so we may also involve some other steps.
Are they running together or not? They're both answering.
They're not running together.
For the 2016, I think a very good idea is to not to treat McBride students for a special group, but just treat them generally as off-campus residents. So I think one advantage of them is that they have more life experience than most of us. So I think it's a good idea to take this advantage and see what they can do for this group, rather than treat them specially and take care of them. Yeah, I think they are older than us and they're more experienced. Yeah, I think they don't need us to take care of them, but I think there is a connection that we need to build.
Melanie.
Melanie Baca, 2016. So some of you have already mentioned this, but do you live off campus and for how long?
So yeah, it's on. Ava Hawkinson, 2016. I live in the Mermont Apartments, and Brenna does not live in the same apartment as I do, but Mermont Plaza Apartments, which she lives right next to me. And this is both of our first years living here. She has lived there since June. Yes.
I've been living off campus since I was a sophomore. I'm a junior now. I've been living in Vermont for about a year, and 19 for 3 months. So I've been moving a lot, and I know I am totally familiar with all the process of moving. So yeah, that's why I care about it.
And I live in the Brigmont Gables, which is close to the train station, and I start to live there from the summer because I stay there during the summer, so about 3 or 4 months.
Any further questions for this position? All right, thank you all. Next up, can we have Class of 2015 Songs Mistress, Master, and Mystics candidates? Okay, so can you start by introducing yourselves with your name and class year?
Hi, I'm Alex Mannix, class of 2015. Hi, Genesis Felice, 2015.
Questions, Siona.
Sienna Aurora 2015. Why are you running for this position?
So I'm running because I've actually really wanted to be senior songs mistress for a while, but I didn't want to usurp Siona because she's been amazing. It's songs. Step sings are one of my favorite traditions. I also think I'd be really good at it. I also know that it's a lot of responsibility to take on your senior year to plan Lantern Night. And my sophomore year, I was really involved in planning Lantern Night, and I saw how things were run. And so that's why I want to do it. So I think that one of the main reasons I want to run for Songs Mistress, Master Mystics, whatever, is because I think it would be really fun. I know it has a lot of responsibility, and I'm willing to take that on. And traditions are really fun for me, so I think it's something that I would really enjoy, and that would be very fun. So.
Charlie, then Pamadou.
Charlie Bruce, class of 2016. If you had one song that described your life, what song would it be?
I don't know. I'm a huge Iggy Azalea fan, so I don't know. Maybe one of her songs. Yeah, I know this is really like basic, but maybe fancy. But it's just. So. I really like Katy Perry's "Roar." I think it's a really empowering song. I think it could mean whatever you want it to mean. If you just weren't going through a breakup, it could be what you need. But also, like maybe if your boss didn't give you a promotion, and be like, and you're gonna hear me roar, dude.
Pamadou.
Now that you mentioned that song question and your life, can you please sing it for us?
I'm so fancy. And you're gonna hear me roar.
Pamadou.
What are the commitments do you guys have to plan having a senior song undertaking? No. Oh, that night. Sorry. Planning that night as a senior song is a lot of an undertaking. It's a huge time commitment. So what other time commitments do you have?
So my time commitments, I've been a member of the Extreme Keys for 4 years, so I have rehearsals 3 times a week. I also have a job with the Alumni Association. I'm also a thesising senior, so I do have a lot of commitments, but I'm also good at prioritizing the things that I need to do and need to get done at a certain time. I'm on the soccer team, so I'm an athlete. That's practice Monday through Friday, and then games. But that is one of my only commitments right now. And then I am also thesising, but that's small details, so.
That was the follow-up. Any further questions for this position? All right, thank you guys. Next up, we're going to do the head of the Committee on Public Safety. Head of the Committee on Public Safety. Yeah, you're it. You can start. Woo! Name and class year introduction.
Okay, my name is Rhea. I'm a transfer student, but I'm in the class of 2017.
Pamelu.
Now that public safety is no longer campus safety, and no,
Other way around.
public safety is campus safety. I'm struggling today, guys. And campus committee on public safety is committee on campus safety now, and that's spelled COCS and COPS. So what would you rename the committee to?
It's already been renamed.
Really? No possibility.
It's already been a part of a resolution to change it to something that is not
It's campus.
that.
I thought the resolution never got passed. But it's
No, it's this year.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pamanu.
Siona.
Why are you, Siona Aurora 2015, why are you interested in running for this position?
I transferred from a school that was in one of the most dangerous parts of Southern California, and we had a lot of extreme safety concerns. I understand Bryn Mawr is a completely different school in a completely different area with a completely different culture, but a lot of the things I learned in Riverside are applicable to here, especially because of our proximity to Philadelphia and students desire to go into the city. And I don't really want students to, because people do study very late at night and you're tired already and you're walking back to your dorm, I don't want them to have this extra fear pressed upon them, what if something happens, or when they go out, it is a common fear we'll all have, but I want them to feel better prepared to handle situations, or know that or really know what resources are available to them and what the school can provide and do for them.
Charlie.
What is, Charlie Bruce, class of 2016. What is a fact about this position that you would like to teach to other people? Or what is something that campus safety does that people don't know that they do, and that you would like to educate them about?
I read up about this, but I don't really know myself about the scope of it, but I think people should just be more aware of what the student employment in campus safety does. They did push that on us a lot on Customs Week about how you can talk about any alcohol related problems and then you'll be fine. But I think people should kind of just realize if you're sick, who you should go to and whatnot.
Shira.
Dear class, class 2018, how would you disseminate this information?
From what I can tell, emails work pretty well, and then there's Facebook. I know not everyone uses Facebook, but just any kind of social media seems to work the best, especially because students are almost always on their laptops, and it really seems to get the point across. So as long as you're just very tough about or very active about your social media use, people get on it and understand.
Are there any further questions for this position? Great, thank you. Next up, we'll have the presidents of the class of 2018 candidates.
Hi, I'm Marika Xaferis. I'm class of 2018, and I'm co-running with Cassie Wong.
Well, she just introduced me, so hi guys, how are you? Hi, I'm Ann Tran, and I'm co-running for class of 2018 president with
Connie Lamb, class of 2018 as well.
Questions? Siona, then Shira.
Siona Aurora 2015, why are you interested in running for this position?
Well, Cassie and I are interested in running for this position because we really wanted to, we always have wanted to join SJ since we heard about it when touring the school, and now we want to be a very active member. We want to, listen to our class and make sure that everything that students in the class of 2018 want to see done at Bryn Mawr get done, and we want to make sure that happens.
And also, we're really easy to talk to, so if you want a friend, I'm here, and sometimes very lonely. I'm kidding. But yeah, we really want to help out and reach out to the community, because I know that a lot of the times we get emails and things from like just general people, but I feel like the class of 2018 doesn't really quite have.
Guys, only one person per pair can speak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Connie and I applied early decision to Bryn Mawr through Posse Foundation, which is a leadership scholarship. But the reason that we applied early decision is because, I don't know, I think we both found something really empowering about this community and we immediately fell in love with it. And I guess we've talked about this also before, Connie and I, but when we fall in love with something, we want to our utmost ability to keep going forth with that and making it a better place. And that's why we are co-running.
Charlie.
Charlie Bruce, class of 2016. One of the problems that we have is making sure that first years understand the importance of self-governance and the importance of the honor code and the importance of plenary. How do you get your fellow class to get really excited about all the events?
Well, just I feel like a lot of our class doesn't go to it because they don't feel like they know too many people or like their friends aren't going or anything. So I feel like if you just like bring it up to everyone, like bring it up in class, like bring it up just to your friends or put up posters or something like in the hallways where the freshmen are, then like, oh, if I have a friend going, then I'll go to it. Because sometimes like you kind of just forget it, but if it's like a constant reminder there, like not just in the front, but like kind of just like in the areas or like the hallways, if you can like kind of get that. And also like workshops and like to have like little teas and like parties like before them, maybe be like, oh hey, there's plenary, let's go to them, or let's go have a tea before plenary and we can all go together or something like that.
So I guess that I'm always a big fan of food. So I guess that in a way, if you offer some incentive for people to do things, they're more likely that they're going to want to do it. And so I guess that if we, I don't know, have like Cassie had said, give them, have teas beforehand, just kind of be like, hey, if you come, we have food. I know everybody loves food. And then have things like that as well.
Shira.
Dear class of 2018, why do you think self-governance is so important?
Well, recently I've gone to a few SGA meetings, such as, for example, SGA 101, which was a few weeks ago, actually. And I think one fact that was really exciting for me and got me really feeling inspired and motivated to join SGA is that it was the first, I believe, self-government association, even on any college campus. And I guess spreading that fact around will inspire other people to be engaged and active and relevant in the conversation of why SGA is totally awesome.
What Cassie and I have discussed in the past, when just why we liked SGA so much is because we're adults now, and we are adults. We can make our own decisions. Why should we have, the school and administration saying what we can do and how we decide how to learn and how to live on this campus? I like the fact that, sorry, Anne, what Anne said, it's empowering. So that's why we like SGA, and that's why we want to have a big part of it.
Yeah.
I'm Hannah Bernhardt, I'm class of 2018, and I'm wondering what positions or experiences or jobs have you had previously that you think have prepared you for such an enormous responsibility as being the class president?
Just like I guess back in school and stuff, I've done like a lot of things that kind of require organization and a lot of like planning. So I've been like on the board of a few clubs, and she's you were history club president or something. And SCA, I'm not sure what that means, but it's something. And like we've both done volunteering, and recently I've also done research, like in labs and stuff, and that requires like a lot of just like organization, like knowing what to do day by day. And I'm also kind of very meticulous and slightly a perfectionist, so I feel like that's gonna work to my advantage, so that I know when things are and how to like when to do things. And I'm also like we're both also really friendly and like easy to talk to. So if anyone ever has a problem or anything, it's really easy. Like we're not gonna like close you off and be like, no, we have something else to do.
Thank you. So in high school, I was a member of a program called Youth in Government. And in that program, I was also elected as Speaker of the House. And in that position, I guess that something that you have to do is you have to be able to balance and be able to hear everybody's opinions and make sure that everybody is heard and like that they feel like they are supported and that their opinion can actually change something. So that's something that I have. And then I know that Annie has been president of History Reading Group, and that discusses news articles and like they kind of like debate, I guess, about recent issues going on in the world. And then we've both been really active volunteers. I volunteered with Key Club. She volunteered at many things, including hospital internships and National Poet Society as well. Poetry Slam. Oh my gosh.
Siona.
So I noticed that there are two pairs running. How do you guys think you like in the pairs work well with each other? Siona, Rory,
Actually, I met Anne and Connie before, so I'm not just amazing with names. I've met them a while ago, and I forgot their names a few times. But yeah, so like we're like
No, like the two of you.
Oh, like
Yeah,
the two of us.
Yeah.
Oh, like two of them together.
Like because you guys are running together.
Yeah. And
So how would you two work together?
oh, not with like them. Okay. We live right next to each other, so if there's ever a problem, I will honestly just like slam on her door and be like, Mika, we need to do this right now. So other than just proximity, we do happen to be really close. Like we have basically every meal together, and we've kind of become very like dependent on one another. Also like just studying and stuff. So I feel like we would work really well together just because of proximity and like how much we already know each other and stuff.
So for Connie and I, we don't have very many classes together, but I guess the glue that keeps us together also is the fact that we have meetings weekly with other people who have been granted the Posse Scholarship, and through that we have been able to connect really well. We also consider ourselves as two people, as two peas in a pod, as very well-rounded, where we both have separate interests and things that get us really excited, but we also can connect on a personal level that true friendship really sits on.
Any further questions for this position? All right, thank you all. Next up, we're going to have candidates for the representative to the Office of Intercultural Affairs, more commonly known as the Pensby representative.
Xavier Miles, class of 2016.
Brett Richardson, class of 2015.
You can take the mic out of the
Pamazu.
Well, I held the position last year, and I know that the position itself has been a little rocky. It hasn't really had a lot of clear-cut meaning in a lot of ways, because it's just kind of this vague, you should be the liaison, like what does that mean? And so I've been working with a lot of people the past year to sort of really hammer in what all the position can do versus what it should do, those sort of conversations. Also, I mean, diversity is just a really hot button topic, I suppose, right now. And I think that those conversations should be continuing throughout the semester and not just right now. And I am really dedicated to keep those ongoing. I also think that SGA's diversity is something that's been up for question the past several years. and sort of being able to communicate between PNSB and AMO groups and those sorts of things with SGA was really important to keeping SGA representative of the entire student body.
I actually heard that the position wasn't very concrete in some of its goals, so I think that's what really motivated me to run. In addition, I wanted to help facilitate more collaboration and conversations with the students, and really understanding that we don't really need to be inspired by very controversial events in the moment, but we should definitely continue that rhetoric throughout the year.
Charlie.
Charlie Bruce, class of 2016, building off of Xavier's last comment, in terms of getting people involved and just going over to the physical space that is Pennsy, what would you propose to do? It's not in the most accessible location, which I think is one issue. And how would you envision getting people who don't traditionally go to both diversity-oriented spaces to put themselves and use the library?
Can we just break that down into two different questions?
Yes.
So the question was, sorry, what was the first question? I think the first question was.
The first question is, in terms of getting people to Pennsy, what kind of events would you plan?
Do you? Okay. We'll do this back and forth thing. Cool. So I, as a person with a disability, I very much don't think that PNSB is at all accessible. And that's something that I've been talking about for a long time because it's supposed to be like a diverse and inclusive and social justice sort of space, and it's one of the hardest places to get to. So not only do students, I think that peace often gets lost, and people are like, oh, you should just walk over there to Brecken or whoever, and it's not that big of a deal. But for some people it is. So I think that hosting these conversations within the campus center is probably the most obvious place. But wherever is available, as long as it is accessible. And even if those conversations have to happen late at night, like SGA does, that's okay. Conversing with administration and faculty and staff members who do try to have these conversations, like at a broader level, such as the conversation that happened Monday night. Oh, okay, sorry. Then those, oh gosh, that really threw me off. It's okay. Just being able to go and do all those things early on is what's important.
So Rhett spoke about the accessibility issues. I think that's a really important factor to take in consideration. In addition to the campus center, Dalton is also accessible. Erdman at times can be pretty accessible. And you're asking what events we would plan and things like that. I know teas are very popular. I think we can definitely continue with that tradition, but also including more of the faculty and staff in conversations, because they have so much information about historical context for diversity and things like that. And you also spoke about how to include people who live remote.
Yeah, so then I guess my second part of the question was, Pennsy has a wide array of resources that are so underutilized, like their extensive library and also the fantastic people who live there. How would you connect the greater campus community to those resources?
I think we all think of often we think of diversity in a way that's very visible, and diversity has so many other facets, like diversity of thought, religion, just expression in general. And I think it's really important to not only emphasize that, yes, we have racial and different ethnicities and sexualities and genders, but we also have differences of thought. And I think if we can tap into that facet of the community that says that you're at Bryn Mawr because we're all different, and I think it's really important to discuss those topics as well.
And to do that second question, I think that one of the things that you mentioned specifically was the PNSB Library, and we've been trying to figure out a better location for that in general, so maybe discussing and following up, trying to find better locations for it. And, sorry, I completely lost the rest of that question.
utilizing resources.
Right. Having the resources and the people being more brought up and visible and before something goes wrong necessarily is something that I think is really important. And doing that might mean just having teas where we just do a meet and greet.
Shira.
Dear class 2018, what kind of things do you want to do that sort of more active and less just like that discussing?
I think that in a lot of ways the SGA position is supposed to be a liaison, because that is the definition that's used, and in that way we aren't necessarily geared a lot towards action, but supporting action and telling students about that action. Sorry.
I really agree with Rhett. I think as a liaison, it's just we're really here to facilitate conversation. And the important part of being a liaison is that I feel like if you get involved in actions, people can think you're leaning toward one side or the other. So I think it's really important to show alliances with all groups, despite our own viewpoints, and really try to press conversation at least. Yeah.
Rachel Bruce, 2018. Given some of the diversity issues that have come into play in the last few weeks, as a liaison for the Penske Center, would you be willing to facilitate separate talks for those types of issues?
I've actually been in contact with Ms. Nixon immediately after I heard about the event. What was the other part of your question? I'm sorry.
Would you be, what kind of events would you be willing to facilitate in order to raise awareness about these issues?
I think before any facilitation occurs, I think we really need to streamline the information we're receiving, because everybody has kernels of knowledge and we're not all working from the same books. So I think it's really important to streamline communication, and then afterward we have to really approach both sides of the discussion and hope that everybody is able to talk and see some of what people are thinking about the topic.
So I think that this really goes back to what, I'm sorry, I forgot. Kira? Shira. Okay, sorry. This goes back to what Shira was saying about the position and what activist things that we're doing, basically. And I think as a position, as a liaison position, we wouldn't necessarily do a lot of hosting and facilitating, though I do think we would do a lot of reporting back, maybe, about whatever conversations happened. And again, supporting the students who did have and host those conversations. I do think that that involves not necessarily just secondhand stuff, but also like being ahead and involved. Like you mentioned, being in contact with Stephanie Nixon. She's amazing, she knows everything. But beyond that, just being in contact with AMO groups and keeping up with events as they happen, not just the race things that have happened recently, but with everything.
Siona.
Summer 2015, what current or prior experience do you have like working with Penske or like any other organizations?
So I mentioned previously that I was the Penske rep last year. I know that that wasn't necessarily a very visible thing. I also have been part of several AMO groups, that's Alliance of Multicultural Organizations. And I've also been specifically president or co-president of several. Currently I'm in charge of Gender Quest, which is about trans inclusion on campus, and Rainbow Alliance, which is LGBTQIA inclusion. Further, I have been in social justice training program and will maybe be doing more stuff with that, and I'm currently in a sort of Penske intern position.
I've also participated extensively in AMO groups. I've been a part of their e-boards. I'm also on the Customs Committee, and we deal a lot with how to integrate diversity talks into orientation for Customs people. I've also spoken with people in Rainbow Alliance and ZAMI about how to more integrate AMO with those other groups.
So the position of the Office of Intercultural Affairs Representative is, according to the Constitution, a member of the Elections Board. What would you do in that role?
I think a lot of that would be just initially learning how we would be involved since currently we're in the election, and so being in the election and participating would be very difficult. And so we would be having discussions on when to hold that election for the position at a different time. Also, I think it would be important just to make sure that there's accurate representation of the student body as best as we can.
So yeah, so this position, according to the SGA Constitution, is a member of our board, the Elections Board. What would you do in this role on that board?
So you're asking how would I work in tandem? So you're asking how I work with.
Yeah, so like basically what would you do for elections as the Pensby rep?
I think it's really important to just encourage participation from everyone. So maybe if I could find a way to encourage more people to run and things like that to really make sure we have a more diverse community.
Are there any further questions for this position? All right, thank you. Next up, we're going to have members at large.
Please ask my name is Julia or Kelly.
Whichever you prefer.
Okay, I'll just go.
Not ready to write all this, so I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's why. But you need to.
I'm trying.
Notes.
Hi, my name is Shira Klaus, class of 2018.
Hi everybody, my name is Rachel Bruce and I'm also class of 2018.
Hi, I'm Madison. I'm also from class of 2018.
Hi, I'm Angela Marte. I'm class of 2017. I use she, her pronouns.
Hello, my name is Julia Kim and I'm also in class of 2018.
Hi, my name is Shayna Robinson, class of 2017, she, her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Montalban, class of 2018. Questions?
Wait. Guys, I can't see all of you, so no, you don't have to move. It's just really important that you say your name
every
before
time.
you talk. Thank you.
Also, another heads up, when you get to 30 seconds left, I'm gonna like take 60 seconds.
All right, so any questions for our candidates? Siona.
Siona Aurora, 2015, why are you interested in running for this position?
Stephanie Montalban, class of 2018. Wait, do I just have to say my name or my class as well?
Whichever.
Okay. I'm interested in running for this position because I am a Latina and I'm from the South, so I know I'm a minority at Bryn Mawr's campus. So I want to make sure more people like me and everyone else is represented well in SGA.
Shayna Robinson, 2017. As a first year, I felt very empowered by SGA, and as someone now who kind of participates in different arenas on campus, I feel like member at large is a great position for kind of intersecting all those voices and allowing those voices to be represented in the student body in this kind of one position.
Coming to Bryn Mawr, I have, Julia Kim, 2018, sorry about that. Coming to Bryn Mawr, I have very appreciated the SGA. I know the SGA, the main, main theme is academic integrity and mutual respect. And therefore, I will try to convince the member and also be the connection between the people and SGA. And I know the SGA at Bryn Mawr is of the Mawners, for the Mawners, by the Mawners, and of the Mawners, so I'll definitely try my best to be the connection between the community and SGA.
Angela Mote, 2017. I love Bryn Mawr. I feel like this place is my home, and I feel like it's really important for me to be able to represent the student body as a whole. It's really hard to represent everyone on campus because we have such a large body, but I hope to be able to incorporate everyone's thoughts and ideas and vote accordingly. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Madison from Desautels, class of 2018. I've only been here for a few weeks, but I've been incredibly positively affected by the SGA already, and I am really excited about the opportunity to give back to that.
Hi everybody, Rachel Bruce, 2018.
when I first was looking at Bryn Mawr, I was really attracted to the school because of SGA and because the Student Self-Governance Association actually has a voice of the administration. I think that's so important. I would love to be a liaison from the underclassmen and the upperclassmen to the exec board because I believe that's important that everybody has a say, and I just think it would be a fantastic role to play.
Hi, Shira Press. So I really love everything. I love getting to know people, and I really love the idea of self-governance because it means that when we recognize a problem, when we are complaining about something in the dining hall or in our room or something, we can really feel empowered, like we always say, to do something about it and not just complain about it. And that's always been something that's really important to me. So recognizing that this is a really good forum here at Bryn Mawr to represent how we feel and just to represent everyone and have a lot of fun.
Charlie.
I have 2 questions, both of them you can answer in one word. The first question is, have you ever attended an SGA meeting? And the second question is, describe self-governance in one word.
We're going to give it 30 seconds to think about it before you have to answer.
Okay, actually just answer the first question first.
Yes.
Names, please.
Shira, yes.
Rachel Bruce 2018, yes.
Madison Herndesatel, yes.
Angela Mote 2017, yes. Julia Kim 2018, yes.
Shana Robinson 2017, yes.
Stephanie Montalban, yes.
I'm so happy. Next question, describe self-governance in one word. Charlie Bruce 2016. I'm sorry, Gabrielle.
Stephanie Montalban, empowerment.
Shana Robinson 2017, empowering as well. Julia Kim 2018, service. Angela Mote 2017, independent.
Madison Herndesatel 2018, empowerment.
Rachel Bruce 2018, wonderful.
Shira. It's like 2 words. Can it be 2 words?
I create these 2 words.
Bryn Mawr.
Charlie.
Charlie Bruce 2016. So the members at large get to work very closely with me, which is very important, and you guys have to help me make the mark notes. You have to respond to emails very promptly. And also you have to distribute the mark notes very well. Prove to me that you can do all these things promptly so that people get to see the mark notes on time. Describe to me experience in like 2 sentences. 2 sentences? 2 sentences? Okay, fine. What gets you excited about...
Can you assure us that can you assure us that you will be prompt in your duties?
Yes.
Do you want us to give an example of that? Just give an example.
Okay, so here's an example. Today was my roommate's birthday, and Charlie and I worked together to plan everything, and it was prompt and really organized, and yeah, that's just an example. Is that what you were asking about? I'm really confused. I mean, I check my email multiple times a day, and I'm willing to run around campus and be really enthusiastic and help Charlie with everything. I love Charlie.
Rachel Bruce 2018. When my phone buzzes, I know immediately it's an email to my Bryn Mawr EDU address, and I get so happy inside. And I promise, just kidding, that came out weird. I am very prompt when I respond to emails. I type fast, I'm attentive, and I promise that I will do the very best that I can to help you.
Madison Herndesatel, class of 2018. I have an app on my phone that buzzes on
buzzes directly to me, and it like comes up with the first couple lines of my email, which is really exciting. My Bryn Mawr email, no other email. And I was also a secretary-ish. I was a secretary and personal assistant for 3 years. So.
Angela Mote, 2017. I also, like everyone else, has my Bryn Mawr email linked to my phone, and I keep my phone at me at all times because I'm a customs person. I feel like that's kind of something to like, keep with me. For actual experience, I'm an ACDA, which is not our term of CDA. It is a child development associate, so I'm actually a certified teacher. So I have experience getting information quickly to a lot of people, parents, children, etc. Social media, I think, would be a really good, helpful key. Stuff in mailboxes. Yeah.
Julia Kim 2018, I also, as everyone else, have Bryn Mawr account on my link to my email. In my phone, and I am a very organized person. I use Google Calendar, our agenda that Bryn Mawr was very nice enough to distribute, so to organize my schedule. And for the previous experience, I was student advisory council for Fairfax County Public School System, so I will definitely be responsible to carry out these duties. And I have strong legs, as you may see, so I am for sure. I can, in 2 hours, go around the campus and make sure all the mark notes are distributed. And definitely for the mark notes, I'll make sure that everything's grammatically correct as English as second language. I know that there are some tips that, grammar tips that I need to really be careful of, and I will try my best for this position.
Shana Robinson, 2017. Like everyone else, I have the phone email. And as someone who's participating in a lot of clubs in a leadership role, I know how important it is to respond to messages and promptly. I know that pain of not having people respond when you need their help. And so definitely kind of responding to emails as soon as I get them is a priority. It's also a level of respect when, someone's relying on you to help them out. That is definitely something that I can pledge to do.
During high school, my first 2 years of high school, I was president of the journalism club, so I do enjoy writing. So I'll be able to do that. I have a smartphone. I know how to answer emails promptly. Since I'm a part of Posse, commitment is really stressed upon us, so I know how to prioritize my commitments.
Charlie.
Last question, I swear. Okay. So every week I take attendance, and on the attendance sheet I ask for people's name and their position and a fun question. What fun question should I put on this Sunday's attendance sheet?
Fun question. It's nice thing when it's really lame, but I like to know what people eat. So what was the last meal you had?
Shana Robinson, 2017. Defying all rules of science, if you could travel to any planet, which one would you travel to?
Julia Kim 2018, I have to thank Evelyn, my dining hall supervisor, for this. She would ask us, if you have a jar, what would you fill it up with?
I think if I were you, I would have a number between like 1 and 50 and like write it on a piece of paper, and then ask someone to guess the number and see if they get it correct or whoever gets closest to it. They would win happiness in knowing that they guessed the right number. Confidence, love. Yeah. I just volunteered that. Oh, Angela, okay, sorry.
Madison Ernesto, I think you should ask the question, is there such thing as the best bread? Because I don't know if that's, I don't know if that's a thing.
Rachel Bruce, 2018. This is the first thing someone asked me at camp 2 years ago, but if you had a baby walrus, what would you name it?
Shira Krause. If you were a kitchen utensil, what would you be?
Yeah. Are there any further questions for this position?
No.
Anything? Yes, Grace.
Grace Kim, class of 2016. So what are some ideas that you would have for doing your friends, or like other people like really excited about SBA, and like even though they're not like required to come to meetings, like what are some ways that you could get people to
enough anyway, so like be more involved, go to plenary, etc.
Okay, so I live in Radnor, and we're all like really enthusiastic about a lot of things, especially me. My enthusiasm is infectious, and so I try to like smile and just be really enthusiastic and get all my friends involved. And we all are like planning to go to plenary and be really excited for making SGA meetings more popular. Food, but also, so I've been in high school. I went to like these general assemblies as part of my youth group. And we did have a lot of like food, which was really fun. We made them really fun by having lots of cool things, including a motion to commotion, which is it's a motion, and you have like a 2-minute dance party, and so you motion and you second, and then you have a 2-minute dance party. It's super duper fun. It's really great, and then you go back to the meeting, and it's like a really great way to mix it up but stay productive.
Rachel Bruce 2018. I think that a really important part of SGA is getting to know everybody else. So I think, first off, food is always important, but while it's not feasible, we can get together and make food together, like a cookie exchange. I think that'd be awesome. Also, Charlie's questions are also a great way to attract people. And also, parody songs. I think that parody songs are fantastic. Let's say you're getting excited for finals. Take You'll Bring Honor to Us All from Mulan. Change that to Keep My Merit in the Fall.
What?
It's like, okay, you know the song by Mulan?
Charlie Bruce 2016. What was the second title?
Keep My Merit in the Fall. It's like keep my GPA standing tall. But overall, just promoting a really, really great time, explaining how important it is to be empowered, and how great it is to have such an organization on campus.
Madison from Desitel 2018. I think personally what I've been trying to do is have a certain time during the week where everybody knows that I am in, say, Erdman, so that they can talk to me, and I will just viciously push plenary, SGA meetings, general SGA like events, whatever. I hate microphones. And I don't know, we could do some fun, like we could theme SGA meetings perhaps. That would be pretty exciting. That's it.
Angela Mote, 2017. I would stress how important SGA is. Without SGA, we wouldn't have our honor code, we wouldn't have our academic and social honor code, we wouldn't have traditions. So I feel like the things that are essential to Bryn Mawr, we would not have because of SGA. And if people really understood what SGA meant to the community, they would be more than willing to come. So I feel like if we instill that like belief in people, I'd be like, you know what, this means this much to me, here's why. Maybe they'll give it a try too.
I cannot emphasize so much that Self-Governance Association at Bryn Mawr is such a wonderful thing. It's crucial for students to communicate with the people who are making rules. So I will definitely make sure the people to come to the meetings, and I will definitely encourage them to understand what truly SGA is. Therefore, because SGA is everyone. We are all part of SGA. So I will definitely want include them and also let them to know what SGA is.
Shayna Robinson, 2017. Really answering any questions that people have about what SGA is, how it works as a process, and emphasizing how it really is at the heart of Bryn Mawr. It's part of its history, its current identity, and it really is just an empowering and responsible tool for students to use, and also kind of dispelling myths about how intimidating it can be. I know that's kind of a reason why some people tend to shy away from it, and just showing that no, it's really open to everyone, and it's really a great place for anyone who wants to participate in.
I think speaking about something with passion really gets others involved or want to do something. So I feel like if I spoke about SGA with passion to others, that'd be a great way to make them come to the meetings and to attend the events.
Are there any further questions for this position? All right, thank you. Next up, we're going to have our candidates for faculty representative. Yeah, you're.
Is that a joke?
You're no.
It's
no, it's
not
not
you.
a joke.
It's you. It's you.
All right, so you're gonna start by introducing yourself, name and class year. Yep.
Hello. What's up, guys? Hey, what's going on? You look great tonight. So, hey. Anyway, my name is Christian Sumner. I am class of 2017. My favorite color is green.
Siona.
Okay, so I have two questions. Siona, Aurora, 2015, I have two questions, but I'll just ask them to you. So why are you running for, why are you interested in running for this position? And what special interest do you have in this position? I guess that's the same question.
Okay. Why am I running for this position? First off, I was nominated. Second off, I am very dedicated to things involving faculty at Bryn Mawr concerning my plenary resolution, which is about tenured faculty diversity, but also sort of helping articulate the opinions of the student body to the faculty, as well as helping represent the faculty opinion to the student body. I think that I would be very good at that because of my interpersonal skills. As well as I'm very invested in the student body.
Just I guess, why are you interested? What special
Yeah, I'm actually super excited about this. It coincidentally came at the same time as my plenary resolution.
Wow, I wonder who nominated you.
That's confidential information, Siona. Siona.
What experience do you have working with faculty members, or what kind of experience would you have being someone from the faculty?
Great question. Love your question, Siona. So my experience with faculty would come from high school because I've only been here for a year and some change. In high school, I was on a sort of board to pick the new school psychologist because I had a lot of experience in the psychology department. With psychologists at my school, and they felt that a lot of qualities that I had were representative of a lot of people that went to my high school. So I sat in on all of their interviews for the people that they might hire. They asked my opinion, they let me ask questions, and they sort of, I helped them form a more well-rounded opinion because as teachers, I don't know, when they were in high school, probably a very long time ago, when the faculty members here were in college, probably a significant amount of time ago. So I have experience working with teachers and people in education.
Charlie.
Charlie Bruce, 2016. It's gonna be totally off the record. Who is the coolest professor you know and why?
Oh my God, Tamara Davis. Oh my God, I love her so much.
Do you want that on the record or off the record?
Great question. You can keep it on the record.
Okay.
So Tamara Davis she's the department chair of biology. I am working in her lab now and worked in her lab last semester doing research for her. She is sort of like my unofficial faculty advisor because I was just assigned to a dean and didn't have a professor to help me out with that, but she is very relatable. I can basically go to her for anything, talk to her about stuff, and I know that she'll give me an honest opinion. When I don't understand things, she doesn't talk to me in a condescending way, which I find a lot of professors do here, and I try to work with them on that, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. So she helps me involved in my academics and what I should do with my time here and how to better use it, and I don't know, she sort of just talks to me about her life, which is really cool. Charlie has another question.
Charlie.
Yeah. So I think Charlie Bruce, 2016. Not. Excuse you. So not only do you have what are your initiatives for the faculty, and
awesome question, Charlie. My initiatives, if I were to get the position of representative to the faculty, would be to bring insight into the lives of students. Also, especially, not exclusively students of color, because I am a student of color, but I'm also a student at Bryn Mawr. So I understand the awesomeness of both worlds, sometimes not as awesome. But, what was the second part?
It's like initiatives. What are your initiatives?
Initiatives provide insight into student body and articulate sort of what we want to express to the current faculty, as well as use my relationships that I have with faculty now to sort of help students understand where the faculty is coming from when they make decisions or when they propose things.
Angela.
What makes you excited for this role? If you get the role?
I will be very frank. Last year, I didn't feel like I could enact a lot of change on this campus. Sort of felt voiceless in a way. Since coming back, I've been more active in political affairs and things involving the campus. So what makes me excited about this position is, I mean, I don't know how long I would even be holding the position, but just being able to be in this position will sort of help me feel like I'm making a change, but also be in a position to make change, as much change as I can make.
Siona.
I think self-governance is awesome because you do not have people who are not a part of your community. Not to say that faculty aren't a part of our community, but they aren't really living our lives, living in dorms, living with the people that go to school here. Therefore, rules that they would try to implement or things that they would try to enforce might not always be in our best interest, whereas we know it's in our best interest. Therefore, we should be able to govern ourselves.
Any further questions for this position? Any? All right, thank you. And thank you everyone for coming to our fall candidates forum. Special thanks to Gabby, Melanie, and Siona for helping me out. Okay, all right, this concludes our candidates forum. Come on,